Hi, here we are in the Deerfield kitchen where we do a lot of our final blending. My name is Robert Rex. I'm the founder and the winemaker for Deerfield Ranch Winery here in Kenwood, California, Sonoma Valley. We're best known as blenders. We make wine from a lot of different vineyards in Sonoma County. And today we're going to talk about how we blend wine and how we relate to the wine when we're blending it. What we do when we blend wine is we talk about where you taste the wine rather than what it tastes like. We have different interpretations of how we relate to those flavors. What cherries taste like to one person tastes like plums to another. But as humans, the way our palate is set up with the different taste sensors, we taste wine pretty much all in the same place. Different varietals of grapes have their focus of their taste at various parts of the palate. So you taste Cabernet in a different place than you taste Merlot or Shiraz. So the function of the blend, the purpose of the blend, is to reach all parts of the palate, leaving nothing left out, leaving nothing out of balance. So all the gaps and valleys that one variety might leave is filled in by another one. Let's look next at the Shiraz Cuvée. Shiraz and Syrah are really the same grape. The Syrah is the name of the grape in Europe. Shiraz is the name of the grape in Australia. Same grape. What the difference is, over this long tradition of winemaking, both in Europe and Australia, the wines became different. And also, they are relative to the terroir they come from. Terroir meaning sense of place. It's a French word that doesn't have a great American translation. It's really best described or best translated as a sense of place. The climate, the soil, the direction of the sun, the amount of rain, the slope of the hill, how the grapes are trellised, what clone they use, all these things wrapped up. Hundreds of little details make every vineyard unique. And most certainly, the same grape grown in two different countries different. So what we've done is we've taken the Shiraz grape that we grow here, which we more commonly call Syrah, and made it more in an Australian style. What is that? A little more tannin, a little more structure. It becomes kind of the Cabernet equivalent of an Australian wine. Still though, you recall that the Syrah is a grounded flavor. Its flavor is from the center of the palate down. So it's a very grounded wine. So we started this blend with 75% Syrah, so we got a good full Syrah flavor. Then we've added in 10% Petit Verdot, 6% Malbec, 5% Merlot, 4% Petit Syrah. So let's look at how those are shaped. Syrah, SY, down at the bottom of the palate. The bulk of the blend. Petit Verdot, down here giving us the front. Essentially also at the bottom of the palate. Malbec, 6%. We didn't talk about the Malbec. The shape of the Malbec is a lot like blackberries. You know, when you eat blackberries, you taste a blackberry, you get a flavor center in like this in the middle of the palate, but then it dives down to the bottom of the palate like this, where the real flavor of the blackberry is down in the back of the palate. Think of that next time you eat a bunch of blackberries with your cereal in the morning. You find that the flavor is all down here in the back. So it makes them so intriguing. So if you add that flavor profile to our Syrah Petit Verdot blend, what you've done is you've filled in this back here and extended the finish back a little bit. Malbec is MA. Petit Verdot, PV. Syrah. The next ingredient is 5% Merlot. Okay, remember the Merlot? It's the balloon, the front of the palate. So we've taken the Merlot and we've done this. MR, Merlot. And remember, with these profiles, what we do is we drag these other flavors with it. So with this addition of the Merlot, the Syrah is brought forward. So it increases the flavor of the Syrah. And finally, Petit Syrah. We didn't talk about the Petit Syrah. Petit Syrah Normally, Petit Syrah has highest tannin content of any of the wine. It's be very tannic if you taste Petit Syrahs by themselves. But in this profile, the tannins are kind of absorbed by other wines, and also we give our wine extra time in the barrel, which mellows out the tannins a lot. So what we're really looking for in the Petit Syrah is to fill in the back of the palate. So you see what we've done here. We've again created this perfect contiguous shape of flavors, but we've concentrated it lower down in the palate. We haven't added in the Cabernet Franc. Remember the Cabernet Franc's up here in the nasal cavity? That's missing. So we've kept it below, its focus below the center of the palate, where really Syrah or Shiraz should be. One thing it does nicely for this wine, and when it comes to food pairing, is it goes great with grilled foods. You know, when you char a steak or even char vegetables, the focus of char or charcoal is in the bottom part of the palate. So the charred flavors of the food you take off the grill is all down here. Well, there's two ways to pair wine. One is contrasting, the other one is complementary. It's like paint, when we blend paints for a room, or when we design what we're going to wear. You can contrast or you can complement. Well, the pairing of the Syrah and the grilled food is complementary, so that the food complements the wine, and the wine complements the food by being in the same part of the palate. You just get this even flow of flavor that really build on one another. So next time, think about the shapes. You find your way ahead of the game.